people get involved in your campaign. They say, you know what, I love this woman, I love what she's doing, she's fighting for us. This is John Villarreal reporting for Conservative New Media.
Conservative New Media peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, Paul Villarreal there on the line. Now, we want to talk about this week with Christiane Amanpour. It's changed over. Now, Christiane, or at least this week, has been advertising heavily on Conservative New Media because they know who's got the total control and where all the power players come and the biggest audience, frankly, in our space on YouTube comes to. And that's Conservative New Media. We are now the #5 largest mainstream conservative channel on all of YouTube, consistently ranked in the top 100 most viewed in the world for reporter channels on all of YouTube. And we'll have a special announcement of what we're going to do, because it's going to break down this week where we're going to hit another milestone, and we're excited about it. So we want to talk about this. Now, our boy who basically has a love-hate relationship with us, Jake Tapper, he's out on this week. Now, here's the thing with Jake. At first, he was brutal, horrible. He looked like a basset hound with zero energy. And I told him how to be a host, and I told him on his page, people are like, who are you? Who are you? Oh, I don't know. I'm just a guy that's done nothing but major markets in talk radio since the time I started, bro, who made it all the way up to the #4 market, you know, getting paid to do it. I'm just the guy who had his own national show on, you know, on cable and stuff like that. So I think I know something. I'm a born host. That being said, I'm also, you know, all the, you know, we can get on to all the rest of it. Super genius, you know, fellowship to elite law school, the whole 9 yards. I know policy inside and out and everything like that. And I know about talent, and I know about good hosting. So then I gave Jake a whole list of things that he needed to do. Detailed criticism, when everyone else was like, oh, Jakey. I'm so sick of all the sycophants and all the kiss asses out there that all they want to do, you're so great, please put me on, oh, you're so great. And they can't be honest. And I was honest with the guy, like, look, you need to change things dramatically or you ain't going to get it. And he thought he had the inside track, like David Gregory and all these other people and stuff like that, and he got facial because he wasn't any good. Now, he took my advice, in my personal opinion, right? Because all of a sudden, all the things I started telling him started showing up. And it got a lot better. But it still wasn't anywhere near good enough. And when we saw today, was when Christiane was there, we know she's a liberal. She's married to a liberal. She is a liberal. She has a certain spin on stuff. But she was able to really hammer Nancy Pelosi on a couple key points. And when you saw the panel, which they changed up now, instead of the big table, they got the little table and stuff like that. So it's a little strange, almost like, you know, grade school, whatever like that. But it works. There's tighter shots, everything like that. What you clearly saw is a totally different level of command. It wasn't as fun. It wasn't as fast-paced, but you learned so much more. And all the other panelists, you could tell, there wasn't the filibustering, the yucking it up, where, you know, the gibbies, where they knew they were going to get over on Jake and just start throwing talking points out and just kill the whole time and everything like that. Everyone was there to play. It was almost like the parents came home, right? And little Jakey's back off to school and in the ABC closet now, doing White House reporting, when, oh, there's really no White House press conferences anymore, so meaning that he's really going to be on TV. So that's done. He needs to find another job, in my personal opinion. And ABC's losing tons of viewers anyway, all the networks are. But, you know, Christiane had a major command of the situation there. She led the discussion, and everyone had to have their game on. They had their noses that, you know, Krugman and other people were having to behave themselves. Paul, I mean, you watched this thing from start to finish. I know Ezra Klein and other people have been tweeting about it. What have you heard out there? What were your impressions, and what are people saying about it?
Look, there's a lot of people who want to suck up to Jake Tapper. Nah, we miss Jake Tapper and everything. I had a conversation with someone on Twitter. It was basically, look, Jake, I like Jake. Jake's an excellent reporter, but he's not even close to Christiane Amanpour as far as a host. Christiane Amanpour brings, you know, real gravitas, and she was totally in control. She was all up on Nancy Pelosi, and like you said, Amanpour is clearly a liberal, but she, you know, she's a professional, and she's not there. She's not trying to suck up to anybody. She's not trying to get into jokes or whatever like that, and that's a big step up from Jake, who is a good guy, but, you know, it was a whole different show today with Amanpour. It was much better.
Well, and it is, and a couple of things about it. She's not trying to get a book deal like Klein, or maybe Jake, or Halprin, and the other guy, and this whole raft of reporters that basically have been told from what the reports are that, oh, if you're nice to us, we'll give you access to get a book deal, whatever like that. Amanpour doesn't care about that. She wants to go in there and she's hardcore. She's been in Warzone, stuff like that, and the rest of it. She's very, very smart. I've always liked her, even though she's got her own little spin and everything like that. The other thing is that, you know, it just shows you, whether you're Chuck Todd or Jake or these other people, you may be on ABC or NBC, whatever like that, but you're not freaking that smart. I'm sorry. You don't have the education. You don't have the gravitas. You're not that smart. Period. End of story. And we can see it. It's obvious. That's what I've been trying to tell people out there. I can wear no shirt, wear a suit, wear a shirt, wear this and that, affliction. It doesn't matter. I'm still a super genius. I've still had a fellowship to Berkeley Law School. I've still been doing national politics from the presidential stuff on down since 1988, dude. I know more than you. Okay, so you can have your little White House line, your little stand-up, and you just can't bring it. And the people have spoken, and your bosses have spoken, and you can see, oh man, win. Too bad. I tried to help you out, and now the facts are on the ground. You can't change physics. You can't change reality. You can spin, 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 but it's just not there. And Jake was caught in no man's land. He wasn't entertaining enough, and he didn't know enough. And he was just a sucker and got rolled by people that he thought were his buddies, whether, you know, it was like a quasi-journalist situation or who knows what happened. He just doesn't have it. So you can, you know, anyone can read a teleprompter, but can you be a host? Do you have the firepower? And will you ask tough questions? You see me, I'm the most conservative guy out there and stuff like that. I am like the most legit conservative guy out there. The combination of true values and true practicality, the guy that can get it done. You've seen me ask questions of people on my side. I blow them up. I don't try to do it in a confrontation. It's like I tell everybody, have you seen my stuff? This, that, whatever. Okay, I'm not going to throw you softballs. I'm not going to be confrontational. Just to be confrontational, there's no gotcha questions, but I'm going to be real. I'm going to ask you serious questions, and that's what's up. And you can either handle it or not. And unfortunately, you know, I think that, you know, Jake was caught into what Limbaugh and the American Spectator article were talking about, the ruling class situation. Oh, buddy, and, you know, and maybe he was worried about Gibby or someone else punking him out for the next interview. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You're not entertaining enough. All you liberals out there can make fun of Beck and Limbaugh and oh, blah, blah. Guess what? They're super entertaining. So that works too. And they actually bring the heat and stuff like that. They went out there and they endeavored to learn something. And they've worked hard to learn something. You don't have to have the big Ivy League degrees. Sure, that helps. But you actually have to get out there and really bring some information. If you're supposedly in charge of a national show and a national debate, you better bring some firepower or you're going to get rolled. These are politicians. These are people that spin for a living and try to get elected for a living. That's what they do. If you don't bring some A game, you're going to get spun and punked. And that's up against the problem with Jake. And we saw clearly here, Amanpour took it to a whole different level, and we see why she's got the job. I mean, Paul, do you have anything else you want to say in closing?
I agree with you what you said earlier. I think Jake did improve in his time on this week. Hopefully he'll continue to improve.
We like Jake.
But as a viewer, I'm very happy that Amanpour is now hosting the show.
That's right. Exactly right. And all these people, and see, that's the thing. When you don't have the major push, when you don't have the big network behind you or your major show, whatever, what can you do on your own? And that's what I'm saying. Chucky Todd said, hey, let's get him on camera here. Let's give him the same equipment that we have and see what he can do. You know what it's going to be? Zero. That's why all these other people that try to do the YouTube channels, Washington Post, Crystal, they can't do jack. Okay, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying right there. You put me on This Week with ABC, I'll blow doors. Okay, guaranteed. And that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you can't fight the tape. That's an old, market type of thing. Meaning that, like, you know what? The fundamentals, long term, medium, long term, are going to win out. And that's what we saw here. So we welcome Christiane Amanpour. We appreciate ABC's This Week and or Christiane or whoever has been advertising heavily on our channel and conservative media on YouTube. And we look forward to seeing other things like that. And hopefully, we'll see Jake more in the future. And we look forward to him doing his next thing. And we're always here to help you, Jake. We helped you before. We'll help you again. Watch our stuff and learn something, brother. All right. I'm John. That is Paul. We are Conservative New Media. We'll see you next time.